Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters, and we ain't got nothing to hide.
What up, what up? What is up? Happy Tuesday, everybody. August 13th. Appreciate you coming in here. Pre-gaming, sports money, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. I'm excited. I can't wait. We got ourselves a nice little Tuesday night live stream. We pop off in 43 minutes. Mr. Tomato said it best. We got to get right into baseball so we can get to the UFC. No 30-minute rub butt intros. Doesn't realize we're shouting everybody out in the chat. Want to see what you guys are on. You know the deal here, but we do have to get to work. We got a situation tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got fights. We got the Dana White Contender Series going to be popping off at 7 p.m. We've got early baseball. We've got some 6:35, 6:40 games out there. We've got a 7 o'clock window. We've got 8 o'clock window. We've got 9:30 window. All kinds of windows going on out there, and there is League Cup action tonight. I can tell you the fellas have been fast and furious with League Cup plays. I think I've seen 5 of them already. I think I've seen 5 League Cup plays for tonight. And, of course, let's not forget what we did last night in the League Cup, huh? Shout out to them Sounders, baby. Woo! Big winner out there. Easy winner, too. They got scored on, but they were offsides, and they never looked back. 4-0, big plus money spots across the board. We had quite a nice night last night as well. Felt like we left a little out there, but, I mean, look, Cleveland Guardians. Who beats the streak better than Cleveland? Nobody. You guys know the deal. Plus 105. We talked about the Streak Busters. We discounted that spot there with the 4-game win streak as well. Bingo, bango, bongo. We got that Houston Astros spot. That was easy peasy. Speaking of Jay Peasy, my guy, appreciate him and what he does out there. We didn't get the Nerfy. We did not get the Nerfy, but look, it was a big day. It was a big winner. Toronto first 5, cashed. Easy winner. Toronto full game. Cashed. Easy winner. Now, it wasn't so easy with this Arizona spot, but we did cash. The fought to win the game. Awesome, because they were down after the 5th. They let him keep rolling, and he gets the job done out there. Nice minus 120. We didn't cash the parlay. We didn't get the minus 1.5 and the over 8.5. That parlay. But because they came back, we got the Arizona-San Diego parlay. Should have given you guys the full game. You know, I did write down for Atlanta, I did write down the FanDuel numbers, and it came through. It came through. So maybe FanDuel, maybe we put a little FanDuel logo over on the shit list, and we put them on like we call it a probation list, maybe. Maybe that's what we do out there. But, hey, look, 0-0 through the first 5. We didn't lose that Atlanta first 5 spot, but they won the full game. So if you live bet that one, I know I did. I know Joe T did. I hope the rest of you guys did as well. It was a lot of fun. And, again, that Sounder spot there to cap it off with some nice plus money. So, work to do, you guys. I was debating how we're going to attack this thing, and I'm going to tell you this. Lots of spots I like across the baseball card tonight. When I was looking at this thing, I thought, well, we've got the Dana White Contender Series live stream. Pops off in 40 minutes. So the game plan here is I'm going to give you guys the best bets that I have to start this card off. One I really love in that Yankees-White Sox. I don't want you guys to miss that. So we'll have this early action. Then I can tell you, moving forward, I've got action in that Mets-Athletics game. I'm looking at that Texas Red Sox game. I haven't pulled the trigger there yet. I'm looking at the Royals and Twins game. I've got a spot you don't want to miss in that Dodgers-Brewers game. Like I said, we're going to go into this Yankees-White Sox tonight. And then we'll evaluate the rest of the card as the night unfolds. We've got 9 40 spots. So this action will bring you through 8, 10, and then we've got 9 40 spots. The game plan for the Contender Series, if you haven't bet it before, make sure you check it out with your books. You want to make sure you can get those lines out there. Quite a few of them are very much in play. So make sure you check them out. We're going to do some line shopping for you guys as we get into that. But you know the deal here with pre-gaming. We're going prop parlay hunting tonight. We got a modest one tonight. It's almost a 10-to-1er tonight. 5 legs, 10-to-1. Let's get some cash on this fucking thing. Enough is enough. We've come close many odd times. We need to fire away. Then we're going to get into Seattle and Detroit. Maybe a contrarian look for everybody there. Miami and Philadelphia. Definitely a contrarian look for everybody there. Houston, Tampa. We're riding intersecting zeros. And then we're going to close it out with that Yankees and White Sox spot. So got to get busy. We got 6:45. Not slowing down for anybody. And you're going to want to make sure you're a part of it tonight. Going to do some giveaways. Going to do some fun football giveaways for you guys getting ready for the season. We got a bag of tricks up our sleeve here. We got tools. We got survivors. We got all kinds of things to make it a lot of fun tonight, you guys. So don't miss out. Trying this out here. We talked about it on Saturday. Everybody was excited about maybe doing this thing on Tuesday. And here we are. It's Tuesday. I think they only run like 6 or 7 weeks. So, based on who shows up tonight, we'll take a look. I can tell you as far as showing up tonight, the cast of the panel is ready to fire. We got the boys ready. You guys already know the best damn winningest live stream on the planet. Saturday's rolling in here for Tuesday. We're bringing back our guy, Lucas Betts. He's in the house. We're bringing out our guy, Sharpie's going to be in the house tonight and more. So don't miss out. Sharpie's going to bring them K-props for you guys. And again, I know there's more that are going to join on the second half of the show. So very much excited. Let's see what's going on in the chat. You guys, Stacks has got the William Contreras over 1.5 bases at plus 128. We appreciate that. Says, I'd like to make one thing clear. All wagers I post are my own handicapping, Wise Guy Syndicate groups, or other bettors who I highly respect from past results. Full transparency. Okay. I don't know if you needed to say that, but okay. Look, Juggler, we're data aggregators, man. We're in the jungle on the regular. We're just trying to help everybody else have a nice meal is what it comes down to. Some people don't have the ability to grind and network all day in this stuff. And that's how we help everybody get paid. NJ Striker says, excellent job last night. My guy, Mr. Potato, or Mr. Tomatoes. Sorry, Mr. Tomatoes. One constipated Mexicans in the house. Gerald Jones likes that Washington-Baltimore spot. And Juggler 23. Ump report there. The over for this Colin Ray has been amazing. Minus 120 to 135 range out there, huh? Let's go. Yankees 14-1 to the over. Next game when scoring less than 3 runs. My guy Dave Beckett says, are you ready to taste the tuna? Dude, that shit was fucking gross, man. That shit was gross. I don't know, Dave Beckett. I don't know. But I know my guy David Wallace is in the house as well. The double Dave package here for us. Juggler 23's actions, the over Arizona Rockies 8.5. Over Yankees White Sox 9 runs. Over 8.5. All 3 units. And then he's got the Guardians for a 2-unit play out there as well. There we go. The over 8, the 8.5 should be on the Nats Orioles game. Gotcha. So there's early action that's popping off for our guy Juggler 23. Brett Beard's in the house. Trisha M's ready to go. She says, always a profitable evening with you all. Bittersweet and Negroni, my dudes, on the Astros tonight. We'll be talking about that game. Julian Cesario, rocking and rolling, says Cleveland and Jays yesterday. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. They were all on the other side of those spots. Not us, Julian. You know how we roll up there. Oh, these in the house. Kenny Woods in the house there. Red Beard says, intros keep getting better, my guy. Just trying to keep you guys entertained. The Futon Bet says, this song is fire. What's it called? I think it was, I'll have to look. I think it's, I don't remember. I have it written down. I have it written down. Chris Sala's in the house. Chris, I hope I said your last name right, my dude. Great to see a new commenter says, let's roll. Julian says 4-1. Fucking Rangers messed up the sweep. Futon Bets likes Judge. Julian Cesario went 3-0 this morning in tennis. I don't believe it either. Is that one of I dropped that one out there? That might have been one of my better drops. Was it crazy to think somebody could go 15-1 in baseball? Yeah, I used to think so. Winner's Circle. He's giving us Seager Ohtani over 1.5 bases. Ayo says Sounders. MLS D-Gens unite tonight. Fuck, you know, man. I told you 5. There might be 6 by now, man. Flying off the presses, you guys. Lots of fun stuff to get into, so we do have to get to work. Julian says, I'm pumped. Jane's Addiction tonight. Trisha M says, oldie. Hope you hanging in as well. David Wallace says, does DK have the Contender Series? You know, they sponsor the Contender Series. I think it's going to be state specific. I've seen it on Bet Online. Bet365, Fanatics, no FanDuel, MyBookie. There's a whole bunch of them that have it out there. So make sure you check it out. Kelsey's in the house. Says Mikey Betts. Mookie Betts is back. I'm so happy. Yeah, that was, man, he didn't waste any time yesterday, did he? Did he waste any time? Absolutely not. Sancho likes the Astros, the Rangers, the Dodgers, and the Brewers over 8.5. That Dodgers-Brewers game is an over. Shout out to our guy, Razor Sharp, cashed his under. David Wall says, I found it. Okay. Where'd you find it? For those that are out there, I was looking for DraftKings. I couldn't find it. Kelsey says, I need a winner. Smash the likey for Mikey. I appreciate you, Kelsey, doing her thing. Trap God says, what's up? Mike, great picks last night. I'm on the board. The money trade. Let's go, my dude. Let's fucking go. Dominic Diaz says, DWCS. Let's go. Let's fucking go, you guys. I'm ready. He says, yo, Mike, I'm thinking of moving to Philly. Be your protege. I'm ready to learn. Dude. Appreciate that, man. That's what we're here to do. We're here to grind, show and tell, and grow these bankrolls, man. I said it on Saturday. They talk CLV. We talking about cashing out, baby. Withdrawals. Getting them, and I'm not talking the shakes. Let's shake the bookies up. Let's get to work. Let's get to this first game that I've got for you guys in action tonight. There are 2 K props, 1 hit prop, 1 RBI prop, and a walk. As we look at it, I'll keep a brisk pace for us here. Look, Fetty, not his best start to start things off that last game go round for St. Louis. They were excited to bring this guy in. And, he went 5 innings, but he gave up 4 hits. He gave up an earned run. He had 6 Ks. The challenge is going to be for this guy on the road. And they pegged him at 4.5 was the number that's out there. Juice to the over. We took it down to that 4. We kind of bought back that hook as we do. And we're looking to see this thing come to fruition. Now, he did win that last game, 5-2. Previous game to that, though, was the bust-up spot. His first game in the stripes there. 6-3 loss to the Cubs, 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 2 homers. But he did have 4 Ks. So he's hovering right into that window for Fetty to have a little bounce-back performance here. Cincinnati, St. Louis opportunity. As we look on, we see Scooble. What do you want to say about Scooble? Fucking guy's a machine, right? He goes out there on the regular. He's got himself a 2.57 ERA. He's playing Seattle. Seattle is a road team. We know they can be suspect. The last 7 days, he went 7 innings. He had 9 Ks versus Seattle. That was that game, 9 Ks. At home, he's got 82 strikeouts on 11 games played, averaging that 7.5. Bought it back to 7. Bryce Harper for a hit. It's Miami. Dashboard lit up for RBIs on Bryce Harper tonight. Every time I pull the trigger on Philly's 3rd favorite son, behind Ben Franklin and Jalen Hurts, it struggles. So I do think Belozo can get touched up. I'm just looking for a hit. Just a hit. I went to Alvarez. I took a walk for Alvarez. How about that? Not the hits, although we did get those. Not the RBIs, although we did get those. Not the home runs, although we did get those. We got 1+ walk for Alvarez tonight. And this one just comes down to, what are you going to do? If you pitch to the guy, he's going to touch you up. If you pitch around him, that's your best option. And the numbers support that he is in a walk situation. The funny part about the walk, I almost took it straight up as well. It was plus 105 earlier today, looking at this walk number for him. And, if you want to look at the numbers, he's been walked 6 of his last 8 games. I mean, he's hot. You pitch to him, he crushes it. You pitch around him. You put him on base and hope somebody else can get kind of struck out of there. He's got 54 walks on the year. That's 18th in Major League Baseball because he is frightening as fuck. These teams are scared of this guy. Boz should certainly be scared of him out there. Although Alvarez rolling 0 for 3 lifetime against Boz or Baz or whatever. Baz walking everybody. 2 batters in 3 of his last 6 starts. Should be an opportunity for us to get the walk. And I wouldn't be afraid to sprinkle that as well. You should probably sprinkle all of these. And then we're going to go to Seager. It's Texas. I think it's a good spot for Texas to pick up this win after last night. Lots of runs being scored out there. 10, kind of a strange number that it looked like as much as the action was pounding the over, Guarena and Crawford, do they go out there and shut them down? We just need Seager. Let's get our good old Seager, find a way to make some action happen there, and it's 988 plus 988. So a little 10-1. Stripped it back from our 20-1s and 25-1s. And we're trying to get it. So that's exactly what we're going to do is we're going to get this cash, you guys. Appreciate you guys out there. I see Sharon Pulliam in the house. What up? Sharon Pulliam. David Wallace all the way down under MMA. It says Contender Series. All right. All right. I see you, David Wallace. Appreciate you, my dude. Tarek B's in the house. Says I'm on the 11th floor looking at the beach with a cocktail tuning in. Fuck, dude. That sounds great. I got a little beach time in me today. I had a little beach day. Well, not a beach day, but I made a little beach trip out there today. I'll say that. Beach is fucking closed. Bacteria, I guess. That sounds gross. Literally looped off the entire way. Kelsey says Orioles, ? I did parlay the Orioles and the Reds. There's a little spot that I did not plan to share for the show, but since you're asking Orioles, yeah, I parlayed the Orioles and the Reds. Absolutely. Dave Beckett. It's Contender Series. DraftKings, Ohio. Let's go. Let's go, coin. St. Louis moneyline. Cincinnati first 5 over 4.5 in this one. My guy Subs ready to go. You know this guy's fucking ready to go. He stays ready. You don't have to get ready. The brown bottle is going to be in play tonight, at least for me. We'll see if we can't convince Sub to get there. Kelsey says, Mikey, when are you coming to LA? Oh, man, Kelsey. I would love to go to LA. It's nice here right now, though. Nice 76. It's not very muggy. If that's an invite, mark me down. Mark me down. I'm gonna make a little road trip here in this fall. I certainly want to, but you guys, appreciate everybody rocking with us here, man. Hit that thumbs up button, show the support. Let's get to work. I want to make sure you guys have had some time to copy this one down. You know what? Is 10-1 not enough for us? I mean, I like it. I think it's fun. It's gonna be fun to watch these spots with you guys. Normally the live stream's on a Saturday, so we don't get to get into the what did I share on Pregaming and then how did it come to fruition or not when it comes to live. Dana Delp says, sup, guys? What time is the stream? Dude, it's in 38 minutes. We got to get fucking go. The Futon Bet says LFG UFC. Man, I'm fired up, you guys. I hope you can. I mean, I'm genuinely excited about what's kicking here. Came off a great night last night. Trying to run it back here tonight. Let's get to work on these games that we've got. We're going to look at Seattle and Detroit. We'll pop off here. You guys can see the other games that we're going to talk about early. And believe you me, even if you don't like MMA, you don't like money, I guess. You don't want to see a dude kick another dude in the face full speed. I get it. At least tune in for the MLB and the soccer action. It's going to be we're going to crush it tonight. I can fully feel it. I'm excited. Let's get into it, though. We got this spot open up. The Tigers -110, now -125. 62% of the bets and 52% of the cash on the Tigers. Not quite pros versus Joes, but the line moving in that direction. They open up at -106 road middle grounds, I guess you'll say, with these Mariners now +108. Cash coming in, action coming in, books showing concern. I'm going to add the Detroit Tigers money line to this play as well. Then we look at the total. 6.5 has moved to 7s out there. There's some 7s. 93% of the bets. 85. I see more plays coming in. Oh, man. Oh, I appreciate everybody rocking tonight with us. It's going to be fun. 93% of the bets, 85% of the cash. Seattle and Detroit. Jorge Kirby. 3 points. I'm going to have to put this fucking away. That's how many plays are rocking through here right now. All my boys are fucking reaching out, telling us what's up. Oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. 3-1-3 for Jorge Kirby. We know he pitches better at home than he does on the road. He's 8-8 on the season. Inconsistency in the bats with Seattle. Now, this last series, they found their groove. But let's not go out there and anoint them, hitting champions just yet. They got Scooby Snack Scooble coming in for Detroit with a 2.57 ERA, and he's 13-4. Books are showing me that they're concerned that Jorge Kirby gets blasted tonight. I'm inclined to agree. We look at this thing here, a couple of spots for this over, and that was the initial play that I had was the over. Now, shop around. 6.5s and 7s. The 6.5s, let me just double check here. 6.5 is -128 on FanDuel, and it's 7 everywhere else. 7's at even money, in fact, at BetMGM. So we look at this first 5. It opened up at a super low number, which kind of makes sense, but I almost wonder if Detroit can just pound this number all on their own. We go back to teams shorter than a +123 or 83-38 to the over. If they're off a win as an over as a dog. Win, dog, over. Dog again, over. 83-38. Also, the Tigers, they're rolling out to a 21-7 to the over at home when the total's less than an 8. If you feel like I do, and you see these low numbers and you're like, man, every time I take a 7 or a 7.5, I fucking lose. You are. You're 21-7 if you're on losses. You're 7-21 is probably the better way to say it if you've been playing those unders. I'm jumping in. I'm adding the Detroit spot to it. I'm not going to put the two together just yet. For me, this is just a spot where I want to get involved with this over. I found a minus 105 on the 7. But like I said, it's now even money. So I like that even money spot plus 100, somewhere in that vicinity. If you want to pay the juice for this, I wouldn't pay the juice for the 6.5. The margin of over on this thing is over 3.25 runs. So, I mean, worst case, you deal with a push if we get to that 7, but I would keep the vig down. 7 seems like a fair number. It's well below. I mean, this thing shows that it should go over 9. So I'd like to get there. Now, I'm also, I considered the Detroit team total over 3.5. That's a nice little even money spot as well. Again, I expect them to get to 5 runs in this game. If we see a 5-3, Detroit wins, I'm happy, minus 125. And then the over cashes. Double winner. We move on. Let's keep her rolling out there. Trap God says, love it. Tigers roll. Trisha M. Very important note here. Says, hit the subscribe. 24 away from magical number 500, and we will have giveaways galore. We got 23 minutes to go. Let's keep her rolling and get you guys onto this play here. Look, this is a tricky little spot. I've been vocal about the fact that, what the fuck's going on here? Let me turn this banner off. I've been vocal about the fact that the Phillies had to carry Major League Baseball on their back during the All-Star break. Everybody on the Phillies made the All-Star game. Everybody else was rested, right? We talked about coming to work off a vacation. You're happy, and the coworkers are miserable. That being said, in this spot, though, look, they were on the road. Tough series against them Arizona Diamondbacks, right? We look at these numbers. We look at how this thing's popped off and opened up. Books are showing that Phillies might be the play. Minus 178, now minus 200. We have 90% of the bets. Only 85% of the cash on the Phillies. Lines moved a ton. Minus 178 to minus 200. Then we have a total with 96% of the bets and 97% of the cash on the over. Potentially expecting runs. I mean, all bets are off when you're playing, within the division, right? Right now we got within the program here in the NL East, and things are popping. Now the Miami Marlins suck. There's no question about it, but they hit. Think about Bozo Belozo here. He's got a 3.05 ERA, and he's 1-1. It's not really leaking the way you would think. Then we got Taijuan Walker. He's got a 5.6 ERA. He's 3-3 as well. This is one of those traditional spots where I look at it and think, okay, we're coming back off this West Coast road trip. 1-3 were them Phillies. They won that first game 6-4. Then they scored 8 runs the following 3 games. Was that 2 3/4 runs a game? Well below their team total marks. They had that big Dodgers win. They shat the bed. Then we look at the Marlins. Yeah, they played the Padres. Padres were red hot, right? We knew the Padres were red hot rolling into town. Back-to-back home series. They had 2 strong hitting teams in Cincinnati and San Diego. But they're crushing their team total overs right now. Crushing them. Murder them. Market them. 7-6 win the last game. 9-8 lost the game before that. 6-2, not so great. 10-4 against Cincy loss. Still cashed their team total over. Then they won that August 7th against Cincinnati. So they're 2-3 in their last 5 games. But here's the deal. You see it across the card here. This has moved a little to the plus 185 spot. Let me look at this first 5 real quick. Over 3.5 is juiced, by the way, for the Marlins now. Minus 120s. Minus 120s. Plus 160, still the best money line spot out there for the first 5. I'm going to tell you about this in a second. Plus 116 now. So this number's come down 2 cents on the first 5 plus a half. Split the unit between the 2 of those. And then we look at the money line. And the money line is sitting at plus 185. So I'm going to just make a quick update here. This is helpful for me. Let's talk about why I'm taking the Marlins today. Yeah, you know I love my Philly teams. But what I don't love is backing a guy that has been out of the lineup due to injury. At these numbers, I will absolutely roll the dice that he doesn't go out there and perform to his finest degree. Hasn't played since June 18th, I believe was the number. Let me double check. Where'd it go? June 21st. Last start was June 21st. Sat out all of July, the first half of August. Now he's coming back in there. Also, Walker, Phillies starting pitcher, does have a start against Miami. A lot of contact in that game. 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, only let up 1 run, but it was a homer. And then things got a little loose, got a little leaky, and he had to go out of there and sit his ass out. Now, we're fading a lot of narratives here. Marlins in the first game of a series. You don't want to be in those positions. They're 0-6 coming off a game they scored 6 or more runs. But I believe in the bats cluster theory, and they get hot and they lift each other up. We look at the Phillies. They're 11-3 in their last 14 games on a Tuesday. What's weird about that stat, though, is this is a start of a series, right? We're seeing that these guys are now just coming out starting. Both teams with a day's rest in between as well. So despite the travel, they still had time to kind of rest, recuperate, prepare, get the traditional batting practice kind of going through the routines. And I think this is a now or never. This is probably the best opportunity that we're going to see the Marlins have to win a game in the series. And strategically, if you're taking a shot on both spots, both the first 5 and the full game, you're still going to end up plus money as long as we go 1-1. I'm expecting to go with that 3-0 process you see across the board. If that first 5 happens to be tied 2-2, then the plus a half comes through at plus money to keep us in the game as well. So I'm doing it. I'm fading my squad. I'm getting into it. I'm getting after it. I'm trying to get some plus money here. It'll be fun to see how this one makes me sweat as we're rolling through the Contender series. AOD says smash the like button for the pimp. Oldie says I turned it up. Let's go, you guys. Jay Peasy says he's stuck in traffic. Just tailing your plays. Haven't had time to cap shit. Let's go, Jay Peasy, my guy. Dustin's in the house says I agree, and I'm a diehard Philly fan. Yeah. Walker sucks. Yeah. I mean, he's hurt, right? Trap guy says, I ain't scared. I'm tailing the Marlins, man. We got to take some of these plus money shots where we can. JPC says, Marlins, god damn it. I don't want to tail that. Oh, we got 2 more games, and then we're going to get moving here. I got to refresh, recharge. I got to grab a cocktail. I got to get everything rolling, man. I got to get a cocktail flying. I got to get the rest of these bets placed in there for these evening slates for you guys. Lots of things happening. We're going to go on to the Houston Astros and Kikuch getting back in the saddle again for the Astros. Fired up to bring this guy into their baseball order. And what do we want to say? Yesterday we talked about the Astros being an Astros time of year. We got Tampa. They were sellers. 59-59, and they're bringing out the Baz. Shane Baz. This line opened up. Interesting movement. We have 77% of the bets and 78% of the cash on the Astros. It's come down. Minus 138 is now minus 122s for the Astros. Plus 118 now, plus 110 for Tampa Bay. An 8 total. 7.5's out there. 96% of the bets, 95% of the cash on the over. We saw yesterday's under. Cash. A little sweaty, but a cash. I got to go back to the saddle. I'm riding. I'm rocking. Rolling dirty if that's what I got to do with these boys here because I love these spots with these Astros, man. They've been a defensive-oriented team. Their pitchers have been able to come in and lock shit down, and we're intersecting zeros. The Astros are now 12-0 when they're in the favorite role after a multiple-run win. 12-0. Tampa, 0-14 as home dogs greater than a plus 105. Not just that, but a line this wide as a dog. They haven't won since going back 2 seasons. Now the line's moving. Bookmakers suggesting maybe Kikuch gets touched up. I don't know. Baz, Got himself a 4.3 ERA. He's 0-1 on the season. Kikuch, 4.75 ERAs, 4-9. When we look at kind of his recent performances, his recent kind of go rounds, if you will, with this thing out there, look, opportunity for this guy. You know, we saw that he came out of there with that Toronto spot. 2 games under his belt, 2 wins under his belt. A 3-2. He went 5.1 innings. He did get hit 3 times. He let up 2 earned runs, but he struck out 11 dudes. Who did he play? Tampa Bay. 11 days ago. So it's a little bit of a rematch spot for Tampa. But then we followed up. He played the Rangers in Texas. Another win. 5.1 innings pitched. 4 hits, 2 earned runs. 8 Ks. He's striking them out. He's striking them out. I should be able to go out there and get it done. And I love the opportunity to get back onto some Kikuch. I was actually happy that as a Toronto guy, I talked to you guys about this yesterday, my AL East team, Toronto, not afraid to say it. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not afraid to say it. And I like it. I think we're looking at this guy being able to strike him out. Recent performance shows, you know, we always talk about that narrative the second time through, but you want to counter narrative that thing. He played 2 of his last 3 games against Texas. He had 5 Ks when he was in the Toronto uniform. He still won that game 6-5. Breath of life goes over, and he's on himself a nice little 3-game winning streak. He's won 4 of his last 5 as well. K-Fest, 6 Ks, 8 Ks, 5 Ks, 11 Ks, 8 Ks. Should help us lead to an under as well. Going back to the well with the first 5, under 4.5 in that spot. And I'm taking the Astros. Now I see the lines moving down, so we got to be cognizant, ever so cognizant of that line moving down. Kelly V says the Astros 10-0 on the road versus the AL East. So he's hot right now. Kikuchi is. Yeah, I would say so. I don't know if he's necessarily hot, but yeah, intersecting zeros. All right, you guys, last game. This one's a big one here, and then we want to get off and get moving to the next stream. Knocking one out, bringing one back. It reminds me of those Thursday streams in the fall for the football packages, but we're not talking football tonight. We're talking baseball. Then we're going to move into Dana White Contender Series, and then we're going to finish it off with League Cup action. So the boys I know are already assembled and ready to roll. Let's look at this Yankees game. Took this banner down, didn't I? I thought I did. Obviously, I didn't. And we see a huge destruction yesterday. Disappointment, destruction. I don't know. The White Sox, man, they snatched victory. They own that victory from the get-go. What was the final? 11-2? Fucking wasn't even close. Yankees just stopped trying. Huge favorite, minus 300 again. 87% of the bets, 88% of the cash. It's moved down 10 cents, sort of. 5 cents against the White Sox from 245 to 240. We see a 9 that's still got 9s out there. There are some 9.5s, but they're still shaded to the 9s. They're still showing, juice on the over 9. 92% of the bets and 93% of the cash. We got Cannon for the White Sox, 3-9-1, 2-5. Nasty Nestor. I'm going to shout out our guy Sharpie Sharp because he talked about this on his show earlier today. 3-0 this guy is with the White Sox. Doesn't like playing on the road, but loves to mow him down in Chicago. I don't know what that's all about, but seems to own it. On the flip side with the White Sox, excuse me, first time in 15 years, a team that was a minus 300 lost by 6+ runs. Max the database has under its disposal. But what do teams do as big favorites after those spots? They're 27-1. Nasty Nestor likes playing in Chicago. There's a big bounce back opportunity for these Yankees. And I found a little creative way to play this one here. Probably I like runs too. I think that we do see runs flying out, especially for the Yankees. Their team total 5.5 is starting to catch juice on the over. But Yankees minus 1.5. Nasty Nestor, 5+ Ks. We're laying the run line, but we're on the road. So we get the maximum at-bats. We get that 9th inning. Even if they're up 1, they still have the opportunity to push us over the edge. And we just need Nasty Nestor to get 5+ Ks. I didn't put him in the prop parlay, even though I love this spot for this guy, specifically because I wanted to parlay him up here to take this juiced Yankee spot and make it a plus 105. Win by 2. Nestor covers the over for us. Dana Delp says Nestor to get the W is minus 110. Yeah, I like that. Kelsey says Yanks can't lose tonight. They certainly shouldn't. And Jay Peasy likes the Astros money line. You guys, fast show, keeping things moving on the way out the door. Hit the goddamn like button. We got all kinds of things popping off here in just 9 minutes. Check it out. Make sure you guys show the support. Like and retweet the post I put out there. Should be flying, should be firing. The gang's going to be ready. I got to make sure we get up and assembled and ready to roll. I'm going to slam this glass of water. I'm going to fire myself up a cocktail. And I'll see you guys here back in 9 minutes. We're going to pop off and talk about some of our best bets for the Dana White Contender Series. We'll be talking the rest of the Major League Baseball card. We'll be talking League Cup. Get that MLS and action in us there, you guys. I appreciate everybody coming out here today. I love you guys, man. Sorry for the rush, but look, we got money to make tonight. So money doesn't sleep. Neither do we. I'll see you guys back here.